Sirese's Pieces. Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Sirece's Pieces. This is episode 10. So exciting. Well guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Saturday Sirece's Pieces. We are talking today about your purpose. This is the condensed visual message from Monday's Motivation with the Percia Show and Percia's podcast. So make sure to check out Percia's podcast if you're looking for the full message, and it's a good one. So thanks guys again for tuning in. Let's dive right in. We're talking about your purpose. My pastor always talks about these amazing principles, and one of them is if the purpose of a thing is not clearly understood, abuse is inevitable. Which is so big because it doesn't just talk about things, but this applies to people as well. If you don't understand your purpose, or the people around you that are closest to you don't understand your purpose, you can abuse why you're here for. You ever hear someone talk about how someone has such a great gift, but they use it for the wrong things? Well, yeah, that can happen. If you are not embracing your true purpose or understanding what it has or what it does, then you will abuse that gift. And so I have 3 quick ways that I'm just gonna dive into about how you can discover and fully embrace that purpose. And number 1 is, what are people saying? What are they saying that you naturally do so well? You know, that's normally your gift. That is something that God has given to you, and it comes naturally. And every time you do it, someone says something to you, and a lot of times it's 2 people that don't even know each other, but they know you, and they say the same thing, and they affirm that gift in you. Also, how does it make them feel? How are people reacting to your gift? They are excited. It makes them feel good because God gave us gifts, and He gave us a purpose so that we can touch people, so that we can make them feel and connect with the God in us. And so there is a reason why your purpose is there, and people should be reacting in a way that they are touched by your purpose. Number 2 is, how do you feel? I want you to answer these questions as we go. So number 1, I ask you, what are people saying about you constantly? That they are always affirming in you, that they're saying this is something that you just do so well, and you do it so naturally. So let's say you answer that question. With that answer, how do you feel when you do it? Because if it's your purpose, you should feel the passion, you should feel the excitement, you should start to see visions with you doing that very thing, and you should start to see yourself being able to build a future off of that purpose. Okay, so when you're doing that thing, whether it's you're an amazing cook, you're an amazing singer, really amazing with people, you know your medical terms so well, you are an amazing debater, you are a great actor and actress, you are extremely funny, whatever it is, people react to it. How do you feel when you're in your element? Because that will tell you, and that will show you that yes, this is my purpose. And when you're in your purpose, trust me, you come alive. I mean, when I do these Sirece's Pieces, I'm like really trying to contain all this energy. You know, my Percia's podcast and the little things, I'm filled with excitement. And honestly, sometimes right before I have to record or something, I'm like tired, you know, because I have my full-time job as well, or just doing other things, and I'm like, oh, I've got to record a Sirece's Pieces, oh, I've got to record a podcast, I've got to do the little things. But once I dive into it, the way that it makes me feel lets me know to keep going, and then people affirm that, you know. So I want to encourage you to find out, how do you feel when you're doing that thing, because most likely that's your purpose. And then the last question that I have for you, number 3, what's stopping you? Okay, what is stopping you from fully embracing your purpose and from fully walking in to the gifts that God has given you? And a lot of times it's insecurity. I mean, when you're young and you're a little kid, everyone's just like, oh, you're so cute, oh, you're amazing, you can do anything. But as you get older, yes, that does change, and your interactions with people change, and people pouring into you, that does change. I mean, it is what it is. You know, not everyone is rooting for you, not everyone is interested in how good you're doing or how well you are. So sometimes we become insecure because it's not like it was when we were younger, when everyone was rooting for us. And sometimes it's just our own internal insecurities. You know, we know that we have this gift, but we're so nervous to step out and use it. And maybe we stepped out and used it and it was a total fail. You know what I'm saying? Just because you failed doesn't mean anything. I just read a quote the other day that said, success is simply never giving up. Just because you may have tried to do something and it didn't work out, that does not mean that is not what you're supposed to do. We know all the big names out there that have tried over and over again and have failed and have been turned down and rejected and dejected and discouraged, and look where they are today. So I encourage you with these 3 things. What are people saying about you and how are they feeling? How do you feel when you're in your element and doing this thing? And what is stopping you? Whether it's insecurity, procrastination, because that's a big one, laziness. I mean, this is just the truth of the matter. We have so many goals, but we just won't simply put it to work, you know? Sometimes if you have a purpose or a vision, write it down, make it plain, draw it, whatever it is. I want you to see it and start to take baby steps. But it doesn't matter how old you are, how far you've gone, how discouraged you've been, if nobody's on your side, it's never too late. Do not give up on your purpose. You have no idea the things that can come from this. Your purpose is attached to people and places and things and finances, and your purpose is who you are. They're one and the same. It's a shadow. I love the story of Jonah and the whale and how Jonah was told to do something. He had a purpose. He tried not to do it, and by the end of it, he went through so much stuff and wound up still having to do it. Don't try to run away, because your purpose is going to keep finding you. It doesn't matter if you're working in a job that doesn't on the outside look like it's your purpose. You can find a way to execute your purpose within your job. Believe it or not, you just gotta open your eyes. And once you start walking in your purpose, new doors will open. But again, it's never too late, and stop running, because your purpose will keep hitting you over and over and over again. Again, for the full message, make sure you check out Percia's podcast. It's the full message of discovering and embracing your purpose. Guys, thanks so much for tuning in to Saturday's Sirese's Pieces. So excited to be with you here again, as always, and I hope you guys were able to get a piece out of Sirese's Pieces. You guys have a wonderful weekend. Bye, guys.
It's Percia Production.